Thomas Butler Church of England High School. My name is Beverly Scott Herron and I am the head teacher here. It is so amazing to see so many of you here this evening. We are actually packed to the rafters, which is just fabulous. If there's anybody who can't get into the hall this evening, I am being recorded, so you can go on our website and you'll be able to hear what I have to say to you all this evening. An open evening is about you making a choice. It's about our amazing young people that we've got in here today from year 5 and year 6, and maybe some even younger, about making a choice of where they're going to go for their future. For me, it is really about choice. All the high schools that you will maybe visit in Warrington are all really good schools, and we are all very different. So it's about the young person here this evening getting a real flavour of what the Butler family is like, what we can offer, and whether it's going to be the right place for you. I think for me, what I need to communicate to you really this evening is all about what we can offer, but in terms of what we offer as a school in our vision and our values. You'll hear that probably a lot in terms of all the schools that you may go to. Our vision is really easy. It's one of high expectations, high aspirations, high standards. You will succeed. And we firmly believe that for every young person in our care. The young people are able to articulate that on a daily basis. They're able to say what we're all about. Our parents and carers of our current students also believe in that, and I think it's really important. I'm going to come into that in a little bit more detail. We are a faith school, and through God we care about every single young person who comes through our doors, and that's really important, and it's really important that you're left with that when you leave us this evening. We are the Butler family. As cliched as that might sound, we are built on values. I'll explain about the values a little later on. I guess I've got the really important role of being head of this amazing family. I absolutely love the job that I do. It is a privilege. Every day I get to be with young people. My passion for education, my passion for making a difference to young people's lives is what drives me, it's what gets me up in the morning. And that's not just all about me, it's about the amazing staff you will see here this evening. Staff who are dedicated, who are loyal, and who will deliver on a daily basis. For us as a school, I'm sure you'll be thinking, well, what is it that sets the Butler family apart, or Thomas Butler Church of England High School? Why are you different? And I can tell you that the very best thing that we are good at is relationships. The relationships I have with these amazing young people you'll see tonight, who are your ambassadors, the relationships that I have with all the staff, the relationships that the staff are starting to build with our parents and carers. Everything is formed on positive relationships, because if you don't have that bond, or you're not able to connect with young people, then you're never going to get the best out of them. We invest so much time in young people, in training them, and the relationships are absolutely key. So I mentioned about vision and values, and I mentioned about the high expectations, and it's the expectations that we've got for these young people who are coming through the doors tonight to make that decision. Expectations are really important. In our school, we have the bar really high, because we expect a lot from our young people, we expect a lot from our families, and as I said, because of the positive relationships, that works really well. As long as we have those expectations, whether they be in the classroom, whether they be in the design of the curriculum, whether it be on the sports field, if we have those high expectations that we are trying to live by every day, then they will succeed. It's really important that our young people always have aspirations as well. And when I mean aspirations, I mean those realistic aspirations, those goals that they want for the future. And I don't think that year 7 is too early to start that, or year 5 or year 6. They all have goals, they all have dreams. And our job is to make those goals and those dreams come true. However, I did have a young man that came to speak to me, and he said he really, really wanted to be a footballer, and I had a great conversation with him in the dinner queue, because I do the dinner queue. And I said, which team did he play for? He said, no, he didn't play for a team, he liked watching it. He had aspirations to be a footballer. So then we had to have a slightly different conversation about how he was going to live those aspirations. We don't want to ever squash goals or dreams, we just need to make them that little bit more realistic, so when those young people are making those choices, that they're able to succeed. Standards are absolutely crucial, and I unashamedly have incredibly high standards of our young people. I'm sure you will see this evening in terms of how they dress and how they look, the pride they take on, how they are in their school uniform, how they articulate themselves, how they are in the local community. Standards are crucial. What I'm trying to do as a head teacher, or what we're trying to do as a school, is make sure that our young people have that holistic toolkit for life, that toolkit that they can dip into that will set them apart from the rest. All schools are great, and children will have great outcomes and will succeed, but we want to give them that bit extra. That's why they come to Thomas Bottle Church in the high school, that we give them the resilience, we give them all those tools to be able to succeed in life. I think for us it's really important around the academic development. I know lots of people are very, very keen on kind of league tables and how do you do academically as a school. Yes, we do academically very well. We have children from a very, very wide demographic. We serve 30 primary schools at the moment because it is parental choice, and lots of people have decided they want to go to Thomas Bottle Church in high school. Academic excellence for us is really, really important, and making sure that we are able to push and challenge your child to the very best of their ability. Now, when I'm talking about academic excellence, that looks different for every child, because every child is unique. Every child's success looks different. So academic excellence, I'm not just talking about those high flyers. I'm not just talking about the ones who will achieve the highest results when they get to the GCSEs. I'm talking about those ones who maybe struggle to come into school every day. Those ones that may have those barriers, their academic excellence, they can still have it. We can still have those aspirations and expectations that they're going to succeed, but it looks different for every child. We very much strive to ensure that all our young people have that holistic education, that holistic development. Academic excellence is very much one strand, but it's about the pastoral care and the love that we give our young people. And I hope you are getting a flavour tonight of just how much we care about our young people. Pastoral care here is excellent. We invest a huge amount in our heads of years and our pastoral teams and our SEND teams and our nurses and the whole package for our young people, because, as I said, it's about developing that whole child. We're very lucky here at Thomas Bottle Church in High School because we do have subject specialists that teach every subject. Now, you might be sat there thinking, well, of course, a French teacher's got to teach French and an English teacher's got to teach English. But in some schools, because of constraints on the curriculum, teachers will teach out of specialism. We really pride ourselves on making sure that every young person is taught, where possible, by a subject specialist. Everything is underpinned by our standards, and our standards are really, really important around the policies and the procedures and the practices that we do, so that everybody is really clear about what's important. Your child is a unique individual. There's somebody who are very precious, there's somebody who you want to develop and nurture. You want them to be in the very best care. You want them to be in the school where they will flourish, where they will fly, where they are loved. Now, I say that word, and some people sometimes cower at saying loved, but we all want to feel loved, we all want to feel valued as people, and I think that young people and children are no exception to that, and because we care about every young person, I think it's important that that's said. The young people sat in front of us are not a statistic to me. I talk about academic excellence, I talk about making sure that we've got everything in place so that that child develops. But sometimes when you are looking at, I guess, at reports and data and exam results and attainment and progress, of which I can share lots of information with you if you so wish after I've spoken, but your child's a person. They're a person with strengths, they're a person who has got areas they need to develop, and they're not just a statistic. As a school, I don't see us just churning out exam results. Outcomes for us are about these young people sat in front of me, our student leadership body, our ambassadors, those young people who we train and who will have a variety of qualifications that are not just outcomes driven. They're not just those numbers on an exam slip in August. They are real people with real qualities, and we want them to succeed. These people in front of you and all the young people that you will meet tonight are incredibly successful. They have academic challenge, they have pastoral challenge, they have a holistic education, which they are proud of. At least I hope they're telling you that they're proud of, because we're very, very proud of them. We are very good as a school. I am going to stand up here and say that. We have improved over the last 10 years. I'm lucky to have been head here for, I think I'm in my 11th year here. And we've been through considerable change. I always knew the school was the heart of the community. I love serving my community. I'm local to Warrington. I love the people that I serve. I enjoy serving the community. I like being able to go out into Warrington and to know the people and stop and chat when I'm doing my shopping. As sad as that may sound, I really, really like that. Now, as a school, we're good at different areas. So I know that our reputation precedes us for looking after SEND young people, those with special educational needs and disabilities. Yes, we are incredibly good at that, from our adaptive teaching to how we meet needs in speech and language and all those different areas. However, we're also really good with the middle ability children. Now, I speak about the middle ability children because sometimes I've worried in the past about what I call ghost children. And ghost children are those children who turn up to school every day looking smart, amazing young people, don't cause any mischief, and academically doing really well. And I call them ghost children because sometimes from experience that I've seen in other schools across the country, they get forgotten. They're the children you go up to and go, sorry, what's your name? I don't want that for my school. I don't want that for my children. I am a very present head. You know, I do break duties, I do lunch duty. Thursday's chip day, very busy day today. In the dining room, put my pink high vis on, off I go, and I'm with the children. And I learn their names because as a head, I don't have the privilege of teaching them. And going back to what I said, they're not a statistic. They're a real person who deserves the best from us. And I don't want any child that ever comes here to ever feel like they're forgotten and that nobody knows their name. Because therefore I'm doing a disservice as a head teacher. Alongside the middle ability kind of children, obviously there's the high flyers, and we do very, very successfully with those young people who are achieving suites of 9s and 8s and are going on to specialist college courses. We have those that go on to apprenticeships, we have those that go on to Oxford and Cambridge. So we have a real diverse community, and you know, of which I am really proud. Part of the school you might have heard of, we've got a designated provision, that's for learners who have conditional learning needs, and the local authority place children with those. Those learners don't necessarily sit the suite of subjects that other learners would sit, and the reason being is because they will do the subjects that are right for them, where they will succeed. And what I'm trying to get across to you this evening is that learning looks different for every child in here. Whether they're in the classroom or whether they're on the sports field, that learning is different. And what we want to do and make sure is that they get the very best from us and that we're able to deliver. For us also, it's about opportunities. I get on to the exciting bit about trips in just 1 second. The opportunities that our young people have are second to none. As I say, we train these amazing ambassadors. This is a student leadership body. They help me run all the societies in terms of the councils, the clubs, The houses, that's the Hogwarts flags up there, they run those themselves, they chair them. The senior students, because have opportunities, and they are young people who work with me on a daily basis and come and meet with me and tell me everything that I need to improve on as a school. They have been amazing because the food provision that we had wasn't brilliant in terms of the school dinners, and I'm really passionate about children being fed correctly, properly, with vegetables, and there's good portion sizes, especially on chip day. 3 chips and 9 beans wasn't acceptable. And it's really important that they helped me in student feedback, helped me change that provision, helped me be able to turn something around, and they're responsible, giving them empowerment, giving them the responsibility. You hopefully will have been taken round by some Year 7s tonight. They've been in the building, this is their 4th week, and yet they're able to talk young people round and the families round, because they are very, very passionate about their school, and they are being trained from the moment that they walk through the door. We have 65 clubs on offer at the moment, everything from Dungeons and Dragons, yes, you heard correctly, Dungeons and Dragons, to trampolining, to rugby, to football. I like that response at the front, that was excellent. And the reason we do that is the staff do that on a voluntary basis because they want the best for our young people. And we offer these clubs, but the clubs also change, and the reason why they change is because people's appetite for different clubs will change at different times. So the Dungeons and Dragons was born out of a group of about 10 or 20 young people who wanted to pursue something, and we were able to put that on. For us, the trips and the experiences our young people go on are really important. This year we've started something different. We have decided to put on a trips and experiences programme. And what that means is we've sat down and designed a programme for the next 5 years of all the kind of the trips that we are hoping to offer. So that gives you parents and carers a choice. Because there's nothing worse when I say, oh, we're going to go skiing, and then everybody signs up for skiing, and they say, oh, but we're going to Florida, and then everybody goes, oh, I'll sign up for Florida. So there's a choice, and then we can work out payment plans to make it affordable and accessible to you. Now, I just threw those things out there by saying skiing and Florida. Yes, there are our actual trips in the next 5 years. Florida, NASA, Space Centre, trying to keep it educational. Theme parks, haven't quite worked out how that's educational. However, there's a current debate about which staff are going on which trips. So that's really, really exciting. Skiing, Naples, where else are we going? Berlin and Paris, I think, are the ones that we're looking at over the next wee while. So those opportunities for your young people are amazing. Within the curriculum areas, so geography and history will be a variety of trips that go on to enhance the learning, and with those trips we won't be charging for those. I try where possible to pay for all the transport and everything for you, because I see that as part of your curriculum diet. It's not something you should be paying for. So I invest a lot of time and money in that, which is really important. We are part of the Challenge Academy Trust, that's TCAT that you might have heard of. You've seen some boards around, and that consists of 7 high schools, 5 primary schools, and one sixth form college. The reason why I mention the trust, while we have autonomy as Thomas Butler Church of England High School, being part of the trust helps in lots of ways. So, for example, you might have seen some building work going on down there. I'm having, that sounds very fancy, an orangery built. To break that down, it's a new dining room. So that's really exciting because it'll make sure that people can get through much faster. We've had lots of investment in the school, that because we're part of a trust, that we don't have to, because we put in centrally, and that money therefore comes through, so we are able to make sure that we have the very, very best facilities. What's really exciting is that TCAT have just purchased the lease for a place called Tinnyfelling, which is in Anglesey, 25-year lease. which therefore means that we will be able to take all young people across all the schools, revision sessions, outward bounds, kayaking, high ropes, all the things that young people at Year 7 love. So that's very exciting for us as a trust. So, we are a very successful, popular school at the moment, and the testimony is that we can't move in this very room. We are built on our Christian values, and that's what makes us so successful. We constantly have hope that we will always do the best, that we want to be the best that we can be, and that underpins our policies and practices. We are compassionate, we love our young people. Compassion looks different for every child, so sometimes that compassion is the arm round, sometimes that compassion is a bit of a push in the right direction, but we care so much about our young people. And of course, the biggest thing that we have to have is endurance. We have to keep going no matter what. We have to have that resilience. I have to teach you as young people that resilience, that you are able to do anything you set your mind to, that you will get through your exams, that you will achieve and you will be successful, whatever that looks like for you. And I think that is really, really important, and all our young people know that. Many of you have already stopped me and asked me about applying for places. And will I get in because I'm in a feeder part of primary school, sorry, not allowed to say feeder primary schools anymore, or will I get in because I just live across the road but I go to a different primary school. My advice is apply. There is a lot of fluctuation when places come out, and I know we have what's called, I'm not going to bore you, over-subscription criteria. So that's if you've got a sibling here, or you go to church, for example, because we're a faith school. My advice is, if you really want a place here, apply. At the moment, I'm 175 per year group, and I love 175 per year group because I'm not too big. I'm just about the right size. We were 165. But I was persuaded to go to 175. We've also got around 24, 25 in the DP, which takes us to about 900. I will not go any bigger than 900 because I will lose what we have at Thomas Butler. I will lose those relationships because we'll become too big. And if you remember what I said, I don't want any ghost children. I always say to my children, I am the good shepherd lays down his life for his sheep. And I hope you've just got a flavour. It's very difficult in 20 minutes to sum everything up we do at the school. The website's incredible, the staff are incredible, and speak to these young people because they will tell you the real story. And the reason why I've said that piece of scripture to you is there is nothing that I won't do for my children. And I mean my children, I mean these children, the 900 of them that I have. I'll go above and beyond for any of them and walk to the ends of the earth for them. And I seriously mean that. I very much feel like a mother lion at times, that I'm protecting my pride, and I will protect them. And I will look after them, but I will teach them right from wrong. And I don't mean when I say I'm the good shepherd, it's the staff, they're the good shepherds. They lead, they live, they breathe the vision and values, and our young people. And you as parents and carers, you've got a big job on your hands guiding your amazing children every day to make those right choices. So it really, really is a partnership here between us and yourselves if we're lucky enough to have your child. All I want is your child to be happy, to be safe, to be successful. And I hope that you've got that flavour from the Bottler family this evening. Thank you so, so much for listening. If you would like any further information or you want to speak to me, I'm around all evening. Please enjoy everything that we've got on offer. Go to the canteen, go and spend some time in the gym, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. Thank you.